Today we're going to review the Delonghi Magnifica Evo Next. Now this is a newer espresso machine, a super automatic by Delonghi, and as if their lineup wasn't confusing enough, they've added another Magnifica. So we're going to take a look at this today. I'm going to make 3 of my favorite drinks on it. I'm going to show you the other ones that it's capable of making, and I'm also going to just spend a short time to compare this guy to the Magnifica Evo and the Magnifica Plus to see kind of where in that range does this guy sit. So with all that being said, let's just get going with the review. It's made in kind of the style that Magnifica has. It's got this nice curved top on it and the body kind of curved inwards. I do like the look of the Magnifica line. And this is kind of like an upgraded Magnifica Evo because it does come with a screen on there, which is nice. Do keep in mind, however, that this is not a touch screen, so you navigate the screen based on buttons below the screen. What that does offer you, however, is just a nice picture of what you're making, and it will also really help you when you're descaling the machine, for example. So instructions on there, nice. Pictures on there, nice. Pretty good viewing angles as well. I can see it from here, and so that's a good thing. Now the Magnifica Evo Next comes with 13 drinks in total. It can do hot milk, which is an advantage over the Magnifica Evo. It can do latte macchiato, cappuccino, and then you've got a macro button here for more. So on the more, you can choose a Doppio, that's my favorite. You can choose an Americano, a cappuccino mix, which actually does the espresso first and then the milk, a 2 times espresso, a cappuccino plus, an espresso macchiato. Then we move on. You can do just a normal espresso, a coffee, what I call a coffee crema, a long, and what that is it's actually 2 shots that it puts in there, and it does short spurts, and it's trying to emulate like a filter coffee, and then hot water. So 13 drinks in total. And on this machine, you also get 3 profiles, so that's kind of cool. So if you like really strong drinks, and let's say that your partner doesn't like strong drinks, then you can choose different profiles and you can set them up how you want. So they also have a My button on there, and with the My button, you just pick any of these drinks here, choose the bean amount. 5 is the most, that means it grinds the longest. And then once you start the drink, you just watch the volume come up and you choose when to stop, and it'll remember that for next time. So that's a cool thing that this machine at this price comes with profiles. As far as build quality is concerned, it's pretty much what you expect from Delonghi. You do get a nice metal drip tray cover on there. That's an advantage over Jura, for example, which does not have metal. They use plastic. And it's got a pretty robust water tank on there. It uses the same brew group that they always do. In general, nice machine. Mine is made in Romania, and it's got, I believe, 14 grind settings. I normally keep mine right at between 3 and 4, depending on the bean I'm using. The fresher the bean is, the more you're going to want to coarsen it or increase the grind numbers. And as you have a bean that's less fresh, you're going to have to tighten it up and go to shorter or smaller numbers. So that's the Magnifica Evo Next, just shortly introduced. Let's make some drinks next. Alrighty guys, if you're getting any value from this video, I ask for just 2 favors. Number 1, give the video a like so it gets pushed a little bit more to other people. And number 2, consider subscribing to the video so that I know to make more videos on the Magnifica Evo Next. Alright, now we've introduced the machine, let's make some drinks right away. Alright, as I mentioned, my favorite to go for is the Doppio Plus. So if I choose that guy, it already grinds the maximum amount, and I believe it's 9 seconds. And what they kind of expect you to do, Doppio means double, is put 2 espresso cups on there like so, and then you get 2 shots. But you know what? I'm kind of selfish. I want a lot of coffee, so I just do it for myself. And then what I do is I stop it ahead of time. It's going to actually aim to fill up 2 cups, but I just want 1 filled. So I'm going to press the Doppio, and here we go. Here we go. $10 grams. That's looking pretty good. So good flow rate on there because I'm using pretty fresh beans. And I'm gonna stop it right there. All right, 33 grams out. And you can see that has got a lot of crema on it. Nice intense shot of espresso. A ton of chocolate notes in there. Good stuff. A little spicy even. So anyway, that is the Doppio Plus. Now you can also just make a normal espresso. It's gonna grind just a little bit less. And you have to do that based on your taste. So if you want something really intense, like I do, choose the Doppio Plus. If you want something a little lighter, just choose a normal espresso. All right, and just to kind of show you just how big the... Oh my goodness. Made a mess. Just how big the pucks are on the Doppio Plus. I believe this is the one that was just shot out. That is quite the puck there. Very thick, very nicely ground puck. In fact, here's the last two. Alrighty, so let's move on to my favorite drink for the first thing in the morning. I like something bigger, something hotter, and that's why I like to go for what they call a coffee. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna choose the My function, and for that, I've got to choose which one I wanna program. I'm gonna program coffee. I'm gonna choose the largest bean amount, of course, and then I'm gonna press OK. It's gonna grind and start the extraction, and then I have to tell it when to stop. So anyway, my target volume is 150 milliliters. It's at 75 right now. So once it gets up to 150, or just before that, I'm gonna stop it here, and it's gonna remember that for next time. Okay. And okay. There, I got my 150 grams out. And that is a nice tasty coffee crema with a nice head of crema on top. Let's just see how hot it is. And oh yeah, that's a pretty nice, hot, tasty drink right there. I like coffee crema because of the volume, because of the temperature, and it does have a bit of creaminess because of the crema on top. And for that reason, I do kind of prefer it over a filter coffee. So I'll have one of these first thing in the morning, and what I like to do afterwards then is make a cappuccino or latte macchiato. So what I'm going to show you with this machine that has got an advantage over the Magnifica Evo is that it does an actual cappuccino mix, they call it, which does espresso first and then milk on top, and that's how it's supposed to be. Traditionally, cappuccino is first espresso and then milk. So for that, I'm gonna choose, I've got to go into the more drinks, and I'm gonna choose the cappuccino mix. Okay, I'm gonna choose 5 beans because I want an intense drink, and I'm gonna choose a large for the milk. I hope that's right. Okay, let's go. What is kind of cool too is they show you the steps on here. So it's nice to see the steps, what's going on, what's happening next. It's not bad, especially for beginners. Stop the espresso right there. That is kind of the nice thing that you can also react a little bit on the fly. If it's bringing out a little bit too much espresso, you can stop it and move on to the next step. Okay. And there's our cappuccino right there. This is what the foam looks like. So it's pretty good foam. I would say it's very similar to the Magnifica Evo. Not quite as good as the Magnifica Plus, just slightly less fine porous. And I think the reason is because you just got the one setting on this Magnifica Evo Next, whereas you have you know, more of a range on the Magnifica Plus. But it's a tasty cappuccino. Let's see, what's the temperature? 65 degrees or so. Yeah, so that's plenty hot. And the milk temperature will of course be affected at least a little bit by how cold your fridge is. So I use whole fat milk. First of all, whole fat cow's milk works the best for me and gives me the most creaminess. A very nice texture on there. And we don't keep our fridge very cold. We like to save energy, so we keep it, you know, only as cold as it needs to be. On the other hand, I know some other people, some friends of mine, they keep their fridge so dang cold that if you put stuff in the back of the fridge, it'll freeze. So do keep in mind, based on how cold your fridge is, that's going to be how cold your milk is, and therefore it's going to affect this a little bit as well. What's good is that the machine also reminds you, hey, clean out the spout there. So you just have to click OK. It's flashing OK on top. And then it cleans out this arm here. So that's helpful. Of course, I do recommend removing this guy, whoops, and cleaning it. You see me here, I grabbed it wrong. If you grab it like this, it's fine. If you accidentally press this button as you're grabbing it, you know, this part can come off. So that was a user error. Anyhow, what you do is to clean this is just remove this part, remove the straw. You can remove this part as well, the arm essentially, and remove the back coupling. Rinse all that stuff underwater. You can even put each part individually into the dishwasher and give it a really good cleaning that way. All right, and now to compare the Magnifica Evo Next to the Magnifica Plus. I got them both here up on the bench. You can see that they have similar profiles. They both have this nice curved design here. They look similar, have similar colors, but I do prefer the Magnifica Plus because of a couple of things. Number one, it's got a touch screen on there, so that's kind of neat. If you see a screen, you kind of expect it to be a touch screen, so I know some people are going to like having a touch screen. This has also got 17 drink recipes on the Magnifica Plus versus just 13 for the Evo Next. And you've got different positions here on your milk carafe. So you can kind of set your milk to be a little thinner or a little thicker in regards to texture, and that's a nice thing. But really, the main thing that puts me over the edge for the Magnifica Plus over the Evo Next is the fact that this will grind even a little more. I think I've gotten up to 10, 11 seconds of grinding time out of this guy. So it does grind a bit more. You can get pucks all the way up to 15, 16 grams on the Magnifica Plus. The Evo Next, I've gotten, I think, maximum 9 seconds of grinding time. Multiply that by 1.5 grams per second, and you get right around, yeah, maximum 13 and a half grams out of this guy. So if these are both priced similarly, definitely go for the Magnifica Plus. If the Evo Next is a couple $200-300 cheaper, then I'd say it's a really good consideration. Alrighty, so up on the bench now, I have got the original, the Magnifica Evo here, compared to the Magnifica Evo Next. Now what you're going to notice right away, of course, the Evo doesn't have any screen on it. It's just got some capacitive buttons, and you got fewer options. So you've got a My Latte, Cappuccino, Espresso, coffee, and hot water. Also, if I remember right, the Magnifica Evo grinds for up to 8 seconds if you choose the 3 beans. Whereas on the Magnifica Evo Next, it does grind up to 9 seconds for coffee or for the Doppio Plus. So that's kind of a plus point for the Evo Next. Of course, you do have to consider pricing. If the Evo Next is much more expensive than the Evo, I would certainly suggest going for the Evo. It does quite a good job for its price point. But if they're similar in price, then I'd say take a strong look at the Evo Next. Alrighty guys, thanks very much for watching the video. I hope it was helpful for you. And you know what? Write into the comment section any questions that you have about the machine and what you think about it. Thanks so much for watching the video. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Bye now.